So there you go. Matt Hardy is in AEW. He finally makes his debut tonight to end the show. Now, I was getting ready for the show. I was shocked. I was not expecting to see something like that because I had to leave my computer to go check it out. What did you think, Dave, when you saw Matt Hardy debuted on Dynamite?
Well, it's kind of obvious once you seen the little.
You saw Vanguard show up. Yeah.
It's kind of obvious Matt Hardy was there, and so I think honestly, I thought it was going to be Moxley who came in and said he's going to be their partner or something to take on Jericho and his goons. But yeah, I mean, it was another thing. It was kind of predictable that Matt was coming to AEW. We didn't know it was going to be this quickly, no, but you had Brody and Matt Hardy both show up in the same night.
Bro.
Like, okay. I mean, they got another big star. I mean, I would say Matt probably the bigger star than Brody, but obviously.
Thank you so much there, brother. Thank you, Richie, for the bits there. I mean, to the gifted sub. Appreciate that, man. Very much.
And some people would said though that first week following the pay-per-view, the reason and it was a bad show that they thought Matt Hardy was showing up on that show because it was right after his contract was up. And I think that's why a lot of people thought they had such a big rating that night.
Jericho has faced Hardy before, right?
Matt Hardy, I'm sure they have at some point.
That's going to be a match we're going to probably be seeing very, very soon. Maybe, I don't know, with all this shit going on. We don't know what's going to happen. Thank you for the sub to Seaball1124. Thank you, Richie, for the gifted sub there. Appreciate that. And to think Matt, what the hell? And to think Matt was getting his ass kicked as a jobber a few weeks ago and now a huge talent in AEW. Love it, says Chris Smack. You love those emotes there, Deepar? We like those page emotes. What are your thoughts? Do you think Matt Hardy is going to be a huge get for AEW?
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, obviously, look, there's two different sides of the story, and you can't really blame them for this either. Matt Hardy was never valued like Jeff Hardy is valued in WWE. Jeff Hardy is valued, I'm going to get hate for this, as the Shawn Michaels of the Hardy brothers. And Jeff is Marty. I'm sorry, people can hate me for saying that, but Matt is not considered the more popular Hardy. Jeff is. Jeff's the bigger star of the two. And anyone want to question that, fine. They can send your hate tweets at Bizarre1000 on Twitter. Go ahead. But Jeff is the bigger Hardy, the bigger star of the Hardy Boys.
Well, at least in WWE's opinion, that's how
I think in a lot of people's opinion, though. Who do you think's who's better out of the two, Matt or Jeff?
I think Matt has a better mind.
I think Matt's better than Jeff Hardy.
In wrestling, no, but he has a better mind than Jeff.
Star power. Who's the bigger star of the two?
They're both better than each other in different aspects. Like creative mind, it goes to Matt 100%.
You don't think Jeff is creative?
Yeah, but not to the extent of Matt. Do you think Jeff could have did what he did in Impact like Matt did? We saw fucking Willow. And even that wasn't very creative. Like,
but I think they're both very creative in different ways.
Yeah, I agree with you. But
I think Jeff is considered the bigger star of the two.
It's a good, I can't disagree with you. Jeff better.
I mean, if they had the choice, if you could have either Hardy Boy, you can pick Jeff or Matt. Which one do you want? Your choice, anyone. AEW can have either Hardy Boy. Do you want Jeff or Matt? Which one do you think they would say?
You know what? Honestly, I think they would go Matt because they can do more with Matt. That's why I think Matt.
I just think. Okay, that's fair.
Look. I understand what you're saying. Honestly, I'm a big Jeff Hardy guy. Always have been. Was a fan of his. Kind of went downhill with him a little bit when he got into his issues, and that whole Sting match really pissed me off with Jeff Hardy.
Well, a long time ago. He's had matches since
still, but that was a tough moment to watch. Now, as creative mind and being able to go outside the box more, it's Matt all the way. Like, he totally reinvented himself with this gimmick that he has now. That he's one of the most popular guys in wrestling. And I really feel like Jeff is great, don't get me wrong, but he's not to the extent of Matt Hardy. That's all.
Who do you think if there was audiences and there was stuff going on, do you think Jeff would draw the bigger buzz than Matt if he went to AEW?
I think still Matt.
I think Jeff is like the bigger star of the two. I think Matt's a big star, but not as big as Jeff.
Scarred Sacrifice says pre-broken Matt Hardy. No one thought Matt Hardy was all this great creative guy. He has money, fucking Matt. Shitty gimmick. You didn't like money, Matt. You didn't like that gimmick. It's interesting. Now the big question, Dave, that will be answered next week or maybe by the weekend is if AEW is going to have another show. And it's pretty crazy, and I'm not trying to put a damper on this and make everybody in a sad or worried mood, but it's crazy how things are happening in this world to where we're losing our favorite television shows, losing possibly maybe Raw, Dynamite, SmackDown, NXT. We already lost sports for pretty much the whole rest of the summer. It's getting kind of worried.
Bro.
Thank you, Richie, for that.
So what's his face? Adam Silva today, or what his name is.
So I'm really worried about the state of wrestling right now. Like, I know Vince will do everything in his fucking power.
Bro.
Holy shit. Richie, you are going freaking insane right now. Thank you so very much. I know Vince will do everything in his power to continue it on. I know he will. And I know that...
Bro.
Thank you, Richie. Thank you to Scarred Sacrifice. Appreciate that. Richie is the MVP tonight. Absolutely. Thank you, guys, with all these gifted subs. Now, AEW, they might take a safer course here and maybe take a week or 2 or 3 off. We don't know. Do you think we have a show next week?
You almost think they have to do a show next week.
If it's not, maybe not a live show per se, but maybe was it New Year's or Christmas where they did that studio show? It was Christmas, right? They did a studio show.
They didn't have a show on Christmas.
I thought they did some type of recap show. I swear, I thought they did. Maybe. I
know NXT had a Christmas show, and then it was that night, and then AEW took Christmas off and came back like the next week. And then I think NXT took time off the following week, and we talked about how that killed NXT by taking that time off.
I stand by this show doesn't get over 915,000. This show will never hit 1 million unless a huge legend shows up, such as Flair or Hart. I think they get over 1 million this week. I really do. I have a feeling they'll hit 1 million. Look at all these emotes with them. If they can't have a venue, they better put together something to air to what NXT did tonight. Now, here's you know what would be
NXT,
interesting?
Go ahead.
If and I know it won't happen because Vince McMahon is just an asshole. But what if he offered them the Performance Center? Like, wouldn't that...
Why would he do that?
Because you want the world is coming together, Dave. Everybody's helping each other out, in these tough times.
He does a show, though. He does a show on Wednesday nights. Why would he offer his competition for NXT a chance to film? You think he's going to offer Ted Turner's WCW to come in and film a show there? Sure, why not? I mean, no, that makes no sense.
All right, fair enough. I totally forgot about the NXT having the show there. I'm an idiot. If he does that, say your prayers. World is ending. Says getting. Oh man, both Hardy Boys and Young Bucks could last 5 minutes versus Freebirds or Midnight Express or any '80s tag teams. Says Freebird. Mr. Texas Legend. Freebird. No one shat on NXT for not having any live matches. Mark ass pussy ass hypocrites.
seen NXT tonight, so I don't know what they had.
I'm just curious if Vince McMahon would ever like lend a helping hand to Tony Khan. Be like, hey man, you know what? Let's just put bygones by bygones and just kind of help each other out. Thank you, Richie, for those bits there. Appreciate that. Is there anything else you would like to go over tonight's show before we get into something I wanted to touch on very, very quickly?
I thought it was a good show.
It was a very, I thought it was a very good show tonight. Not just a good show. I thought a very good show. I thought AEW put on a tremendous show tonight. And I'm not trying to suck up to Cody's ass, but I really think they did a really good job. They took what WWE was doing maybe wrong in their eyes, and they turned it around and put, the wrestlers in the audience. They had matches. They still did interviews. They still had video packages. We saw 2 awesome debuts tonight. I think tonight AEW deserves a round of applause because I really think tonight they did an incredible job of having a really, really good show despite the circumstances that they were. And they even had fucking Brandy Rhodes on the show, and I didn't get annoyed by her. Thought she did really good. I thought I
like
had no negatives tonight.
Too.
It's the first time I don't have no negatives towards AEW. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Did you see her Twitter video she put out?
I did not.
There was a video where Tony Schiavone came up to her and says, Brandy, Justin's not here, so you have to be the announcer. She's like, I told everyone I would not ever be an announcer ever anywhere again. And she got all mad and ran off. And and the looks on her face, you could tell she was not happy to be the announcer. So I'm sure that was played up, but because of what she said. But you know what? I know this is going to be making people mad. But, man, I think they all deserve a lot of credit. Not just AEW, WWE for what they've been doing for us for the last couple of weeks. Or since last Friday.
What about Impact, Dave?
Well, Impact didn't really have to change anything, though. But yes, Impact too, fine. Impact put on a show that was a tape 10 months ago. But okay.
Oh,
I mean, well, they didn't really have to do much. But both shows in both companies, I mean, went out there and entertained us for a couple hours this week. Yes, people hated Raw, I get it. And they're probably going to hate SmackDown because they're probably going to do the similar thing on SmackDown again. Just show highlights. But you know what? I'm glad they're doing these shows no matter what we get, what little interaction or interviews or matches we get on both shows. It's a great time for us to be able to come on here and talk to people too. Maybe we're hoping this is some sort of entertainment for you guys too, to help entertain you guys, us talk about wrestling. We don't know, we're just fans. I mean, I think AEW, what they should do if they don't have a show, take some matches or take a couple of the shows and replay them for a couple of weeks. Why not? At least you're still on.
Based off what everyone in the world says, both companies should have all their wrestlers stay at home, so fuck all these hating ass ungrateful marks. Yeah, look, WWE, AEW are putting a lot on the line with their wrestlers showing up and having them do what they're doing for us, the fans, to keep our minds off with this shitty situation that everybody's in. It's not just you, me, Dave, or this person over here, this person, it's everybody is feeling this situation. Some people are, out of jobs at the moment, or nurses, doctors are working around the clock, and it's nice to have a 2-hour, 3-hour window of not thinking about that. And that's what WWE and AEW is providing us. They don't have to do this shit. They could easily, they would take a hit, but they can obviously just shut down and wait until things are normal again, and who knows when that will be. But yes, thank you so much to both companies for doing what they're doing to put a smile on our faces, entertain us, and they did a good job these last couple of weeks. Now, I think we all can say that AEW was a pretty solid show. Thank you for the follow, G-Men for Life 97. Appreciate that. We hit 385 followers tonight. Dave, how about that, my friend?